In this video, we'll be going over an A-level question that refers to the factor theorem. So, we have our question here. Show that x minus 2 is a factor of 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. So, to show that x minus 2 is a factor, we equate x minus 2 to 0. So, we write out x minus 2 is equal to 0. And we solve to find x. So x is just equal to 2. Now, we take 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x as a function, and we're going to call that function f of x. So we write f of x is equal to 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. And so we've calculated one of our values of x as 2, and we're going to substitute that into our function. So we have f of 2 is equal to, and now we substitute 2 into each of our x values, so we get 9 times 2 to the 4 minus 18 times 2 to the 3 minus 2 squared plus 2 times 2. Now if you put this into your calculator, it will give you as this equal to 0. And so that the fact that it's equal to 0, and then we have to write a sentence here. So we write since it's equal to 0, x minus 2 in our brackets is a factor of, and then we write out our equation at the top. So 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. So the first question is a really nice question because you don't really need to put it into your calculator. Almost always it'll equal 0. You can always check it, but you can just substitute your value of 2 in and then write equals 0. Now, for our second question, we have hence find 4 real solutions to the equation 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. So now let's try part B. So we have hence find 4 real solutions to the equation 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x is equal to 0. So here we're going to do polynomial division. The video will be linked in the description below. And so let's jump straight into that. So we have x minus 2 on the outside, and inside we're going to have 9x to the 4 minus 18x cubed minus x squared plus 2x. And so x times 9x cubed gives us the value of 9x to the 4, and minus 2 times 9x cubed gives us minus 18x cubed. And so we subtract our second line from our first, and both of the values here cancel out. Since we're left with the 0, we add a 0 into our coefficient for 0x squared, because that's the next term lower down. And now we bring down both minus x squared and plus 2x. And we do another calculation. So x times minus x gives minus x squared, and minus 2 times minus x gives plus 2x. We subtract our second line from our first line, and both values cancel out. And so we're left with 0, which shows that our division has been correct. We haven't made any mistakes during it. So we're left with our final answer in our division as 9x cubed minus x. And this is equal to 0. Now, what we can do from here is we can start to factorize. And so the first thing we can do is we can bring x out of both terms. So we get x times 9x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, we don't want to divide by x here. If we divide by x, we'll lose one of the possible solutions for the equation. So we're going to keep our x there. And now we're going to inspect our 9x squared minus 1. This here is an example of the difference of two squares. So the difference of two squares can be expressed as a plus b in brackets times a minus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. So if we take 9x squared as a squared, this gives us a as 3x, and if we take 1 as b squared, this is 1 squared. And so we have x times 3x plus 1 and 3x times 3x minus 1, and this is equal to 0. And now, as we do with quadratics, we just solve to find x. So x can be equal to 0. That's why we kept our first x there. It can be equal to positive 1 over 3. It can also be equal to minus 1 over 3. Now, we only have 3 solutions. We have to find the fourth one, and that's where we get it from the first part of the question, where we have x minus 2 is equal to 0, so x can also equal 2. And here, we have the 4 real solutions for this equation. As always, thank you for watching, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any new content.